Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hail to you, and thank you for joining me in this episode 10 of the podcast of the deep dive of the Havamal In Depth. I'm Christian, Stoic Lokian, and I look at the Havamal from both a heathen and Stoic perspective. And then I try and apply those learnings from the Havamal into the modern world today. So without further ado, stanza 10. A better burden no man bears on the road than much good sense. That is thought better than riches in a strange place. Such is the recourse of the indigent. Indigent? I'll let you decide how to pronounce it. So, in the context of Old Norse heathen wisdom, stanza 10 emphasises the value of wisdom and practical intelligence. You see it a lot in heathenry, a lot of practical intelligence, a lot of people. You get a group of heathens together, you can guarantee someone knows how to start a fire, someone knows how to build a shelter, someone knows how to prepare the food. There's just so much practical intelligence in the heathen community. It really is beautiful to watch, actually. The reference in the stanza to good sense being a better burden on the road suggests that possessing wisdom is a valuable companion in life's journey, and I think that's come up quite a lot in the previous stanzas, and it'll come up again quite a lot in the following stanzas as well, because if you think back to what life must have been like for our Old Norse ancestors, our old Anglo-Saxon ancestors, it would have been challenging. You know, the environment itself would have been challenging. Travel and exploration, which was common, would have been a challenge. And having good sense would have been crucial for survival and successful navigation. The stanza also contrasts wisdom with riches, suggesting that intelligence and resourcefulness are more reliable assets, especially in an unfamiliar place, than a load of money. If you imagine travelling from one end of England to the other back in 1000 AD, your practical knowledge would have been much more valuable than a bag of gold coins. And so it's a really, really important asset to possess. And I think for those facing difficulties, the stanza also suggests that good sense becomes a refuge, becomes a place of shelter, quite literally in some instances. The good sense to be able to build a shelter, for example. From a Stoic perspective, the stanza aligns with Stoic values such as wisdom, self-sufficiency, and focusing on internal qualities over external circumstances. The idea of good sense being a better burden speaks to the Stoic virtue of practical wisdom, which guides our actions and decisions. The contrast between wisdom and riches corresponds with Stoic teachings that value inner virtues and character above material possessions, and you see that a lot in the sort of the old stories of Stoicism. Additionally, stanza 10's portrayal of wisdom as a resource for the indigent, I'm going to pronounce it indigent, aligns with Stoic ideals of finding contentment within oneself and relying on virtue rather than external factors. I've spoke about this in previous episodes, whereby relying on yourself is always much stronger and much more dependable than relying on others, and this speaks to the same sort of value as well. And I'll give you an example of a quote that comes to mind from Seneca. I've wrote this one down. Wisdom allows nothing to be good that will not be so forever. No man to be happy, but he that needs no other happiness than what he has within himself. No man to be great or powerful that is not master of himself. It's a fantastic quote, and it emphasizes the Stoic perspective on wisdom as the foundation of true happiness and self-mastery. It underscores the idea, underscores the idea that wisdom enables us to find lasting contentment within ourselves, regardless of external circumstances, and to achieve, or to allow us to achieve, a sense of inner greatness and power through self-control and virtue. It's lovely the way it's all sort of ties together. In the modern world, there are several lessons we can take from this stanza. The first one, for example, practical intelligence. Stanza 10 emphasises the importance of practical intelligence and good decision making. Again, you know, and I've spoke about this before, but we live in an era of information overload. So the ability to make wise choices remains invaluable. It's so easy, and we've probably all done it. I know if I look back through my lifetime, I know I have, where you just blurt out some stupid comment online, and then that follows you from one place to another, and it can even spill over into the real world as well. So that importance of wisdom is incredibly valuable. Another aspect of it as well is that value beyond wealth or material wealth. You know, both Old Norse wisdom and Stoic philosophy emphasize that wisdom and character has more enduring value than material wealth. If you think about your best friends that are around you, you're not friends with them because they're wealthy, and if you are, that maybe says more about you than it does about your friend. But the closest friends that you have are those that have that sense of inner peace, inner wisdom, can be depended upon, but you would also be there for them should they need it. You know, there's that real inner sense of wealth as opposed to material wealth. This perspective about sort of wisdom and character as well also encourages us to invest in personal growth and self-improvement. Wealth can be taken away in a moment, whereas wisdom and character cannot. You can never have that taken from you, but someone can absolutely come along and take all your wealth off you. The stanza also focuses on self-sufficiency, on good sense as a refuge, and it reflects the modern understanding that inner resilience and practical intelligence are essential for navigating life's challenges. It also, and I like this one quite a lot actually, because it's a virtue that I hold quite highly, in being adaptable, in adaptability. You know, in unfamiliar or challenging circumstances, the stanza suggests that intelligence and wisdom serve as reliable companions, and this absolutely aligns with the modern need for adaptability and critical thinking. If you're not adaptable in today's modern world, you're not going to go very far. You're not going to get on. It's a real challenge, the world we live in, and if you can't adapt to the things around you, you're just not going to be a very happy person. So be as adaptable as you can be. Stanza 10 also encourages us to find contentment within ourselves, regardless of external circumstances. Focus on what you can control as opposed to what you can't control, and I've spoke about this in previous episodes. The message of self-reliance resonates in a society that often seeks happiness through external acquisitions, through purchases, through material possessions, whereas this is really talking about and really drilling in on that importance of inner fulfillment. And that's been a theme over the last couple of stanzas, so it's nice that this is continuing. In essence though, in summary, stanza 10 serves as a reminder to prioritise wisdom, to prioritise practical intelligence and inner virtues as valuable assets. It bridges the wisdom of Old Norse traditions with Stoic ideals of self-sufficiency and character, offering guidance on how to navigate the complexities of the modern world with wisdom and resilience. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. We're now 10 episodes in, and I hope to keep doing many, many more. Your engagement on the podcast makes a big difference. It really spurs me on and keeps me going and encourages me to do more of these. So please keep watching, keep listening, like, comment, subscribe, review. All of that is really, really useful stuff, and I appreciate it a lot. And as always, I will close episode 10 by reading stanza 10. So stanza 10: a better burden no man bears on the road than much good sense, that is thought better than riches in a strange place. Such is the recourse of the indigent. Sorry, I did it again. Such is the recourse of the indigent. Hail to you. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. I will see you on the next one.